Hey YouTube, Mayhem here. We're gonna do an update as to what all's going on with this Boland's, and we're gonna do some shout outs as well. Come on inside here. It's another nice day. It's still a little bit cool. There was ice out on the porch and on the cars this morning, but it's supposed to warm up some. Man, it's been a nice change in the past week though. Let me spin you around here. SulphurCityDesigns.com for all of your off-road mower mudding, modding, and apparel stickage needs. And I want to tell you thank you for doing that design for Cudsy. Man, that thing looks sharp. And guys, you'll see what I'm talking about in a couple of weeks or something like that. We can get everything worked out. Go to him for stickers, exotic stuff, custom stuff. He's even got some metal signs. You'll have to see the metal signs. Go to the shop site and look at it. Southern Off-Road Mowers on Facebook, guys. Go to it and post some junk or not, but we'd like it if you did. Y'all are putting a lot of good content on there. Thanks, guys. It's you're making it grow. I really appreciate it. It's just for us to post a bunch of junk. Ideas about mowers. Doesn't have to be about mowers though, but I really appreciate it, guys. And now let's do these shout outs before we get any bigger. Mr. Wesley G, Mio, thank you for subscribing, guys. Dr. Robocop, Devin Harling, thank you, sir. Thor Sorensen, why the hell couldn't I have a cool name like that? Damn. James, thanks for subscribing, guys. Troy Husky, thanks, man. Alec Figs, it's all one word. Thank you, sir. Tristan Connors, thank you for subscribing, man. 2009 King Quad, thanks, man. Mitchell Wheeler, thank you, sir. Patrick Wolf. Nathaniel Richmond, thank you, sir. Dirk Jenham, Jenmn, that's how you spell that. It's all one word though. Juan Naba, thank you, sir. Mo Bogger, thanks, man. Jacob Kirtley, thank you, sir. Nighthawk 86855. Mower Muddin, thanks, man. Alan Metzler, thank you, sir. And Green Rocket 1000 down here. Thanks for subscribing, guys. And again, I want to say it's not anything about, hey, look what I've got and what I'm doing now. There's not too many people that'll try to. We left off yesterday. We had tried to jump this motor off, and it would fire, but it would not turn over. And so I decided to check the spark plug, and then in yesterday's video, I showed you that little small spark plug. There it is right there. There's I think I told you wrong, a CJ8 plug is what it is. So, and it's garbage, so it's going to go get scrapped. We replaced it with an RC12YC, and today what we're going to do is we're going to adjust overhead valves, and we're going to take that carburetor and dip it. And if I have another carburetor, I'll just go ahead and swap it out completely and let that thing soak for 2 or 3 days, and put it in my ultrasonic tank. So that is what we're going to work on. But before we do anything else, there's a couple other people I want to give a shout out to. Snala Farbron Gravana, thank you for subscribing. Jeremy Castanova, thanks, man. MWM on the Google Plus, thanks, man. Raz 1987A, 548 Matthew, trying to keep the cat from jumping up on something. Javatude 42, thanks, man. I really appreciate it for subscribing. Cody Azevado, thank you for subscribing. Brandon Kelly, thanks, man. Bass Boy Treat, thanks, man. And Trader OP, thanks for subscribing. Now, let me get the tripod set up, and we'll start working on all the stuff together to get ready to adjust the overhead valves on this thing. What we're going to do first thing is to take the spark plug out, which I already have, and just that short amount of time trying to spin that guy over, you can see all the mud and everything that just blew into this spark plug. So we'll clean that spark plug before it goes back in. Now, we took the plug out to make it easier to get it up on a to the valve where we can adjust. We're using a number 10 millimeter socket. And we're going to take this out. We'll look at the gasket too while we're doing it, might as well. Because if it leaks here, it's going to leak right down onto that manifold and make a lot of smoke. Now, after cracking that open, I have noticed that there is some water and oil that's mixed together, seeping out. Nothing good, nothing bad, just an observation. One of the things I've also figured out about these mowers when I buy them like this, to fix them up, you have to watch out, and this might be funny, but not really. You have to watch out for spiders too. I have found a lot of black widow spiders in some of them, so if I'm really going to do a lot to it, I'll go ahead and pressure wash it and kill everything. And also yellow jacket nests. I can't tell you how many times I rolled these things up into the back of the van and crank it up and start going down the road, and all of a sudden I start hearing bees buzzing around me. So got to watch out for that. And tip this forward so y'all can look at the oil. It's not bad. A little bit of sediment in the bottom. I guess the water was just stuff that had seeped around the gasket, because I don't see much of anything in there. The oil's actually cleaner than I thought it would be. I got my bolts, and I'm going to put them down in there with that oil. Now, we're going to go ahead and get this one on the top. This is the exhaust valve. The bottom one is the intake valve. I had someone show me about that. Wow. And you can already see that is about, gosh, that's terrible. Let's see. Okay, guys, we got to set up again. We're getting ready to do the gap. We're going to start with the bottom one, work our way up. That is going down here. This is actually the intake, and that's the exhaust. I want to show you something. I was just blown away by this. Normally, these things are gapped, or should have a gap around, 4 to 6 thousandths. I've done 3 thousandths, something like that. This is the gap that I have. I hope you can see it. That is 129 thousandths that I can get in there. That's just a bunch. That is a whole bunch. So, that ain't good. It's supposed to be that big, and it's that big. So there may be something else going on with this guy, but we're going to figure it out. There we go. I'll loosen the locking tab. That is a 20 millimeter, or a number 20 Torx head, excuse me. And that is a 10 millimeter socket. The sun is right in my way, so it's kind of hard for me to see to show you this stuff. So we'll see how well this video comes out in just a minute. There we go. I had to just get everything repositioned. Let me see. There we go. And now we're tightening it up. Wow. That guy was loose. I'm locking it down. And we're going to check it again in just a second. Now we're going to move up to the top one, which is the exhaust. Kind of reposition this. Going to be the same as the other one. It's a 20 Torx head. There we go. Let's go ahead and get that kind of broken loose. Now I'm going to turn this around. There we go. We're at the top dead center. We're gapped on 4 thousandths. This one's not too bad. I'm going to get this guy set up again. And I've got it set. More to come, guys. 4/1000 where it slides in. I'll lock this guy into place. I'm going to roll it around 2 or 3 times. And I'm going to start back over at the bottom and do it again. I always do them twice. I can just get all the slop out of it that way. You don't have to do it but once if you only want to. I went ahead, more to come, back around it completely. There was a little more looseness, and so I cycled the motor, did a few revolutions around it, and worked it out. Got everything snuggled up a whole lot better. Now you'll notice this gasket was broken. So I've got another one, and we're just going to go ahead and swap that out completely. And I've already cleaned it off. And then this one is going to be done. Okay, guys, now more to come, guys. The valve cover is back on. I'm not worried that the outside of it's nasty because it's all going to get pressure washed. That's okay. I'm going to scrape the gasket off that one, put it in the drawer, and then I'll order another gasket at some time just to have an extra one. We're going to have to get a little boot go on this, and then we're going to have to do the carburetor. That's going to be in the next video, and that should get us to where we can jump start it, not to where it'll crank from the ignition switch, because I see that there's a couple of burnt wires, and that looks like it might be a problem. Nothing we can't solve, though. So that's it, man. Turned out to be a nice day. I'm gonna have to take off some of these sweaters. Stupid cat. Y'all gonna make some mayhem.